Hi everybody, welcome to Live Blogger. In this video, I'll show you how to design this really cool interactive footer where we have this spotlight that follows the mouse pointer and reveals the text. So we also have this noise effect on this text, and this is being used in a lot of modern websites lately. So we're going to see how to design this from scratch. So let's get started. Right, here I have created this folder called footer and I just opened it with VS Code. And I also have this SVG called noise texture. You can simply go ahead and search for noise texture SVG and you'll find SVGs something like this. And you can just go ahead and save it. Right, now let's create the necessary file. So let's create a new file called index.html. Let's create another file called style.css. And let's create one more file called main.js. Right, now let's go ahead and start with the index.html file. So in VS Code, you can just type exclamation and press tab, and you'll have this basic HTML5 code. Now here in the head tag, let's go ahead and type link and press tab, and here let's type style.css. So here we have linked our CSS file, and in the body, let's link the JavaScript file. So let's type main.js over here. Right, now let's go ahead and create a footer tag. So in this, we'll create all the content of the footer. Now in this footer, we need to have these three menu items. So let's go ahead and create that. Now first of all, let's add a class called footer to the footer, and let's also give it an ID of footer. And here let's create a nav, and in this nav we will have anchor tags. So let's type privacy. Let's duplicate this and let's type terms and contact. And let's also add a class to this nav. So let's give it a class of links. Right, now let's create a div, and let's type footer over here. We can add the name of your company in place of this text. And for this div, let's add a class of footer text, and let's give it an ID of footer text. Right, now let's open this in our browser. So I have this extension called live server installed in VS Code. So once you have this installed, you can just go ahead and right click over here in the HTML file and click on open with live server. And here we can see our footer is displayed in our browser. Now the next thing we will do is we will add the Google fonts. So we need to add a font called Inter. So I'll just go to Google Fonts. Alright, so here I'm in fonts.google.com and let's search for Inter. And let's select this and let's click on get font, get embed code. And let's copy this code from here and let's add it to our head tag. Right, now the next thing we will do is we'll create some variables. So let's go to the style.css file and let's type root. Here let's create a variable called bg and let's set the color to black. Right, now let's target the body and let's set the margin to 0 and let's set the background to var bg. So now we can see we have this dark color as the background. Let's set the font family to Inter and sans serif, and let's set the color of the text to white. And I'll just go ahead and set the height to 100 viewport height and align items to flex end. Let's also set the display to flex. So now we can see that our content is at the bottom. Right, now let's go ahead and style the footer content. So let's target the footer and let's type height of 60 viewport height, and let's set the display to flex, align items to the center, and justify content to flex end. And let's also change the flex direction to column. So this is how it looks. Let's set the width of this to 100%. So now we can see that our content is in the center. Right, now let's style these links. So let's go ahead and type links. We have given it a class of links. And let's set the margin bottom to 40 pixels. Let's type display of flex, gap of 20 pixels. And let's set the color of the anchor tags to white. So let's type links A. Let's set the color to 555, which is a light gray color. And let's remove the underline. So let's type text decoration to none. Let's also type font size of 14 pixels. And we'll also add a hover effect. So let's type transition 0.3 seconds for the hover effect. And let's tap links, hover. So when you hover over this, we'll just change the color to white. So we can see that our hover effect is working. Right, now let's style the main text, which is this footer text over here. So for that, we have this class of footer text. So let's go ahead and type footer text, and let's have font size of 28, viewport width and margin 0. Let's set the line height to 0.8. Let's set the letter spacing to negative 0.05 em. And let's set the font weight to 700. And we need to bring this down a little bit. So this is how it looks. So for that, let's use transform, translate, y, and let's set the value to 15%. So this is how it looks. Let's also remove the ability to select this text. So let's go ahead and type user select none, and let's also type pointer events to none. So this is how it looks. Right, now the next thing we need to do is add the texture and the gradient inside the text. So for that, here let's tap background. Let's set it to URL, and here we will use the noise texture SVG. So let's type noise texture SVG, and let's type comma linear gradient. Let's type to bottom hash BCD to FF and hash 111. So now if you go back, this is how it looks. Now we need to change this background, and we need to add the color of the background to this text. So for that, we need to type background clip text and color to transparent. So now we can see that the background color has been added to the text. And let's also type filter. Let's set it to contrast of 150% and brightness of 110%. So this is how it looks. So now we can see we have the noise effect and also the linear gradient added. Alright, now the next thing we need to do is we need to display just a small part of the text. So for that, we will use a property called mask image. So let's go back to our CSS. And first of all, let's create a variable called x. Let's set the value to 50%. Let's create one more variable called y, and let's set the value to 50%. Now let's go ahead and type mask image. Let's type radial gradient, and here let's type circle 1000 pixels at var x and var y, and then let's type black 0%, RGBA 0.5 for the opacity, and let's set it to 30%, and let's type transparent. Let's set it to 70%. So this is basically the radial gradient that we are setting for the mask. Now if you go back here, we can see this is how it looks. We can see that this part of the text is being displayed clearly. Now let's reduce the opacity of this text color a little bit more. So here, for this color, let's also add 6F over here. So this is basically the alpha value. So now if you go back, this is how the text looks. Right, now let's go ahead and add the JavaScript for the mouse tracking. So let's go back to our source code. Let's go to the main.js file, and first of all, let's target the footer. So let's type const footer equals document dot get element by id footer, and let's type const footer text equals document dot get element by id footer text. So we have given these IDs to the footer and the footer text. Now let's create a function called update spotlight, and here we will accept a value. Let's call it e. Now in this function, we need to get the position of the text on the screen. So let's type const rect equals footer text dot get bounding client rect. So this will give us the position of this element. Now let's create a const called mouse x, and let's set the value to e, which we are getting into this function. Let's get the client x value from the e, and let's type minus rect dot left, and we'll do the same for mouse y, except here we'll just type client y minus rect dot top. So with these two lines of code, we are just getting the mouse position and we are subtracting the left and the top positions of this footer text from it so that the mouse position is relative to the text. Now let's go ahead and set the X and the Y values in the CSS. So let's go ahead and type footer text dot style dot set property. Let's say to Y. This is the variable name. Let's set the value to backticks, dollar symbol, curly braces, mouse Y, px. Let's also do the same for the X axis. So let's type X and X over here. Alright, now the next thing we need to do is we need to add an event listener to this footer. So let's type footer dot add event listener. Let's listen for the mouse move event. So whenever the mouse moves over the footer, this event will be triggered. And let's go ahead and call the function called update spotlight. And this will send the values of the mouse position to this function right here. So this should work. So let's go back. And now if we hover over this, we can see that the spotlight functionality is working all right. So that's basically how you can create this popular footer effect using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So that's basically it for this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments below. And if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.